Hey sister friends, and welcome back to another video. If you want to see how I achieved this cute tribal flat twist ponytail, stay tuned. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Alright y'all, so we're starting off on blow dried hair, and I'm just going to part my hair into two sections, a front and a back from ear to ear. Once you have that parted and tucked away, you can go ahead and start parting on your next part, which would be a part right down the middle of your head. And you just want to make sure that this part is very much in line with your nose in the middle of your head, because it's going to be important for the style to look nice and neat. You'll next want to do some diagonal parts in the front. These are going to be for your individual two-strand twists that are going to be hanging in the front that frame your face. So make sure that those are symmetrical to where you're making like a little triangle in the front. Once you have that tucked away, the next part you'll want to work on is moisturizing that scalp. So you'll see me throughout this style adding some cream-based leave-in to my scalp to make sure that it's nice and moisturized. So once you have your front two pieces out of the way, you're going to get started on the first part for your first flat twist that you're going to do. So it's going to be a diagonal part from the top of your head to your ear. I'm going to just make sure that I'm cleaning up this part really well, because I want my parts to look very neat, or as neat as possible. So I kind of like tuck that away a little bit, and then I'm going to bust out my edge control. So you know I love edge control if you are a recurring viewer or a subby. I use my favorite by EBIN NY 24-hour Edge Tamer, and I'm just going to use that at the base of my section so that I am able to part my hair as neatly as possible. And then also edge control does help with gripping when it comes to any type of flat twist or braids that are going to be to the scalp. Alright y'all, so once you have everything all nice and neat with your parts and your edge control, you just want to go ahead and start flat twisting. So I didn't necessarily slow down here to let you see how I'm flat twisting. I'm kind of just showing and telling as I'm going. But if you guys want a tutorial on how to flat twist your hair, please let me know. But in the meantime, I'm just going to flat twist each section, making sure that everything is neat. I'm getting any flyaways, and I am pulling on the hair tightly, but not too tight to where it's painful, but just tight enough so that everything is slick and it's staying in place. Once you get to the end of your flat twist, what I decided to do, in order to just like make sure they stay tight while I'm working on the rest of my hair, I'm just going to put in a little bantu knot, because it's going to keep it as tight as possible so that it doesn't poof up or unravel while I am twisting the rest of my hair. Yay, we have all of the flat twists in. That's the hard part, y'all. So next, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and start to put the ponytail up, and making sure that I'm slicking and all of those good things. So I'm going to show you on the other side what exactly I was doing. But basically, I'm just unraveling each of those bantu knots that I did. And I'm putting them with the rest of the hair that's going to be in the ponytail. Remember, I only put the bantu knots in just so that I was able to hold those flat twists in place while I was finishing the rest of my hair. So once we get all of the bantu knots unraveled, just put them up with the ponytail, and we're going to put our hair tie around it. All right, so we have our ponytail in and everything is nice and slick. So we're going to start to separate our hair into 3 sections so that we can put this ponytail into one large plait, and that plait is going to act as the base for our crochet. So when we're crocheting, we need something for the crochet hair to hold on to. So I'm going to use one of these black rubber bands and place that around the base just to keep everything in place. So for actually installing this hair for the ponytail, I am using the Outre Afro Springy twist hair in the color 1B, and I'm going to take my crochet hook, and as you guys know, I do this all the time because crocheting is my favorite. It's so easy and convenient. You just loop the hair in, pull it through your ponytail, and loop it through. And once you have it looped through and you find the hole, you can just pull it pretty tightly just to make sure that it's nice and snug and secure. And you're just going to continue to install the hair all around the base and the perimeter of your little top knot that you created with your own hair. Next, I'm going to move on to doing these individual twists in the front that are going to be framing my face. So I'm going to start with them flat twisting at the root, and then as I get towards the end, I'm going to take a piece of that Afro Springy twist hair and I'm going to install that and start to twist that along with my natural hair all the way down to the end. You want to make sure that you get a good grip on the hair and you're making sure that your hair and the hair that you're installing are blending pretty well so that nothing is sticking out. But I will say this Afro Springy twist hair is pretty good about blending in with your natural hair if you do have more of a kinkier, coily type of hair like I do. Once you get to the end of your individual twist, I'm going to take another one of my small rubber bands and I'm going to wrap that around the end. And what you'll see me do eventually here is I'm going to take some scissors and just chop off the excess part of the hair because I don't want these to be too long. I just want them to kind of like frame my face a little bit. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. So just double check to make sure that everything with the individual twists look great. And if it does, you can move on to installing your perm rods. I'm using these purple perm rods that I'm just going to twirl around the ends of my hair, making sure that I am not going up too far with the 2-strand twist when I'm putting the perm rod in, because remember, you're going to have to dip these into hot water and you don't want to dip your actual natural hair into the hot water. So just make sure that you're securing the end by twisting it around itself one time and then just taking the perm rod and twisting your hair around it and securing the end. After you do that, you're just going to take whatever size rollers you want. I went a step up or a size up in the next set of rollers, and I'm just going to separate out pieces. I don't detangle this Afro Springy twist hair because I kind of like the poofy look at the root and then the more, I guess, curled look at the end. But if you want to have like a more sleek and curled look throughout the whole entire hairstyle or ponytail, then you can go ahead and detangle all of the hair and put your roller all the way up to the root. But I'm just going to focus on the ends for this style. Okay, y'all, so we have all of our perm rods installed, and as you can see, okay, ponytail, I used a variety of sizes, so it's up to you how you want to install yours. But for this final step in the process for the twist, we are going to put in some setting foam. So you can use setting lotion, setting foam, whichever you want to use, but this is my first time using this Mousse Def. I've heard great things about it, so I'm just going to place that all around the front of my head where the flat twists are, and I'm also going to place some on these individual twists that are framing the front of my face, just to make sure that everything is set into place and nothing moves and everything is nice and slick and sleek, because y'all know I love when my hairstyles look nice and slick, honey. Slick. Once you basically go overboard with the mousse, just like I did, you want to grab your favorite scarf and tie that around pretty tightly, because again, we like the slickness, emphasis on the slickness. And we're going to go ahead and dip these perm rods in some hot water. I am taking out this first one here, and I love the spiral curl, but the second one does not look so hot, but it's okay. I'm just going to continue taking out the perm rods before I freak out. And this first one is looking pretty good, so I think I'm feeling a little optimistic. So let's keep on going. I noticed that when I take these out, sometimes they are a little hard to get off, and I just pull it off, because I mean, I'm just trying to get it off of there, y'all. I want to see the curl. So in that case, for a little like straggly ends, I just use some shears and snip off the ends, just to make it look more neat, because I'm impatient, y'all. I don't have time. I'm just trying to get the roller out and keep it moving so I can go on about my business. So you'll see each time if there's a straggly end, I'm just snipping that off. So I'm just going to continue to take these out all around my head, and we'll be back for the finished result soon here. All right, y'all, so this is the final look, and I think it's super cute per usual. I loved how flat the twists are in my fluffy ponytail. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments. Mwah! Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.